Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is the video guide series for the Arce streamer. In this video, I'm going to talk about the I²S port. When you first receive the Arce streamer, the I²S port is covered with a sticker, and the sticker says the HDMI port is not a typical HDMI multimedia, Blu-ray or the TV that you are familiar with. This HDMI port is purpose-built for I²S. So if you plan to use the I²S port of the Arce streamer, this video is for you. Peel off this sticker and you'll see a HDMI port. I²S has no industrial standard. One I²S port of manufacturer A may differ from another. The compatibility of I²S is not guaranteed between different manufacturers. DENAFRIPS devices, the DDC, DAC, as well as the Arce streamer is featured with I²S pinout configuration for it to be more flexible in terms of compatibility of its I²S output with other manufacturer devices available on the market. But what makes this I²S pinout configuration difficult on DENAFRIPS device is that there's no display on DENAFRIPS Arce streamer or the DENAFRIPS DDC, DAC for that matter. To configure the I²S pinout on this Arce streamer, you will need to make use of the push button as well as the LED status on the front panel to have a guide and feel of the I²S pinout mode that you have configured for the streamer. And the purpose of this video is to show you on a video guide instead of written form on how you can configure the I²S pinout of the Arce streamer. Right, another myth of I²S is, do you need to use purpose-built I²S cable? In reality, is a typical high-quality HDMI cable in a short length like this, less than or equal to 1 meter, will work just fine. I'm not here to debate whether the I²S purpose-built cable is of higher quality or not, but for functionality wise, you may use a good quality HDMI cable less than or equal to 1 meter. Right, let me just flip it to the front and show you the configuration. So to configure the I²S, first you need to power up the unit. Okay, plug in the power cord as well as Ethernet cable. Arce streamer needs to be hardwired to the network for it to work. So connect the power cord as well as the RJ45 cable and turn on the unit. The unit will take a while to start up. The startup sequence will show on the front panel where the LED will light up from the left to the right. It takes about 3 to 5 seconds for it to fully start up. Once the home network is connected to the Arce streamer, the network LED on the Arce streamer light up and it tells us that the unit is connected to the home network and it can be discovered by the network. Right, the last selected source will be shown on the front panel as well. I was using Roon with the Arce streamer and Roon LED turned on. Right, to go into configuration mode of the Arce streamer, you need to press on this setup button here. Once the setup button is pressed, the setup LED flashes. In the configuration mode, the push button as well as the LED meaning is different from the operation mode. So we are talking about two different modes here. One is the normal operation mode where the Arce streamer works as a streamer, and another is a setting mode or the configuration mode where the Arce streamer is meant to be used for parameter setting as well as configuration. You notice the setup LED stopped flashing and the net LED and Roon LED turn on. The unit will be back to normal operation mode after 5-second delay. So if you press on the setup button once, the setup LED flashes. It is in configuration mode. But if you do not do anything to this unit, after a while, it will be back to normal operation mode. Right, it was back to normal operation mode already. So Once you have set up the device in configuration mode, use these two buttons to select the configuration that you wanted to go. Right, this is the left button and this is the right button. As I press this button in configuration mode, the LED light up from the right as I press the right button and left as I press the left button. I'll say it once again. In configuration mode, these two buttons here are meant to be used as a left-right button for you to navigate to different settings available on the Arce streamer. For I²S setting, I'll leave the button light up. I'll leave the LED light up at room, and at this point in time, toggle local button, and you will see the LED at the bottom row turn on and off in a fashion of 000. 000 means all off, and 111. 111 means all the three LED turn on. I²S pinout on the Arce streamer can be configured in this manner, and there are a total of 8 modes of I²S pinout. You may refer to the manual of what is the meaning of this LED status as I toggle this local button and use the correct configuration to match with the device that you are connected to. For instance, if I were to connect this device to a Aries 12 DAC, I'll leave the LED to off, and after a while, the Arce streamer will be back to operation mode, where the setup LED stop flashing and the last selected input room will turn on and net LED will turn on. So this set the Arce streamer I²S mode to 000, and it will be memorized in the memory chip in the Arce streamer. The next time you power up the Arce streamer, you do not have to set the I²S pinout again. So I know this I²S pinout is complex by using the configuration button and LED status on the front panel, but this allows DENAFRIPS device to work with other manufacturer devices available on the market where the I²S pinout may not be matching with the default pinout of DENAFRIPS. So this I²S pinout is really having the I²S configuration available on DENAFRIPS devices is with the good intention of widen the compatibility of the device with the rest of the equipment. So once again, I would like to show you how to configure the I²S pinout on the Arce streamer. The first thing you need to do is to set the Arce streamer in configuration mode by hitting the setup button, and use these two buttons to navigate to room LED. As room LED turn on, it is in I²S configuration, and hit the toggle the local button to set the I²S pinout of the Arce streamer. If you were to connect this Arce streamer to DENAFRIPS DAC, I will recommend you to leave the LED to off, where the I²S pinout is 000, and this will work with DENAFRIPS DAC in mode 00 configured in DENAFRIPS DAC. But if you have other DACs having different I²S pinout configuration, you may toggle this I²S pinout on the Arce streamer to pair the I²S pinout with the other DAC that you have in your system. Right, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.